post sunrise, but with the atmosphere as dry as it is, very doubtful we're going to squeeze any kind of rain out of this upcoming front. Main source of its energy is over the Great Lakes. However, modest amounts of moisture exist across the deep south, so there is a line of showers, a couple thunderstorms, but as that comes closer to our region in the dark of night, we lose what little support the atmosphere provided to make those showers and storms. Just the leftover moisture and cloudiness in this deck of clouds that will be overhead during the course of the early part of your Wednesday morning and likely still around by sunrise in a few hours afterwards. But if you wake up to a gray sky, don't be too despaired about it because those clouds are likely going to continue to dissipate as they run into this currently dry atmosphere. And with a lack of moisture coming in from the south, we're just not going to have support for any kind of major extensive cloudiness for a good chunk of your midweek Wednesday. We will see a renewal of northwest winds that become more northerly. And as we've been accustomed to last few rounds of these fronts, that's a dry flow. Dry air cools down quickly. You get longer amounts of darkness this time of year. So there's a good chance we'll see temperatures falling back into the 50s and 40s. But tonight we get a break from that, especially over, say, downtown Tallahassee. Our university campuses will go from our current warm levels right around 80 or so into the 70s pretty quickly. And then as the clouds start to build, I think we'll start to level off, especially across those downtown or more urbanized centers where 60s will be more common rather than the mid 50s. But as we've seen, outlying pockets, rural zones, you could easily see some of those 50s before the sun comes up. But when the high pressure ridge goes right overhead Thursday night, Friday morning, we'll get another snap of chilly air with 40s to around 50, which will rebound pretty swiftly as we go into your Friday afternoon. And that means we'll have temperatures back towards 80. Sneak peek at the weekend, the high pressure system starts to shift out, but we'll still maintain some of its presence, and that'll keep our weather still pretty stable with just a few more clouds that will start to pass through. Forecast lows for tonight around 55 to 60 most areas. Highs tomorrow upper 70s to lower 80s. And for boaters, winds will be swinging around to the west and northwest by tomorrow afternoon. Wind speeds by then increasing to about 6 to 16 knots. Seas 2 feet by then. Pretty steady and consistent with our high temperature trends right through the next several days with some slight day-to-day variations. Morning lows 40s in the short term, 50s to near 60 next week with our next Rainmaker Sunday.